OPM is leaving very soon. So let's talk about all the things that you should do before it leaves, because once this thing's gone, it's probably not coming back for a while. Of course, if you haven't yet, by all means, please go on ahead and clear out the entire shop. If you need to get crossover gems for your characters to max luck them, go on ahead and do that. Mainly though, make sure that you at least get the equip. One of them max leveled, max LB, you're good. If you're brand new, I would highly recommend that you buy all these materials for equips and everything, because this is going to be very beneficial for you. And finally too, don't forget to buy all of this stuff. This stuff is always usable to you. If you skip out on LB stones, you truly are doing yourself a disservice. Same thing with this, make sure that you get all of the crossover gems and everything. If you need to max luck any of your old One Punch Man characters, I would just recommend you get one Sonic Scarf, max leveled, max LB'd, and then get maybe one Hellish Blizzard Coat, max leveled and max LB'd. Sonic Shuriken you could completely avoid. Of course, if you haven't got the character you want already and you're close to pity, maybe consider pitying the unit. I will give some quick thoughts on him because I've used him a ton since I've got him. He is a very, very strong character that is absolutely worth you summoning on him, especially if you are lacking some of the other big damage mitigation characters like Shiro or Beta. However, I feel like that using him as a damage mitigation character isn't as much different as Shiro or something like that. To me, they're just as good, except Saitama is insanely fast. Another big one is that if you have Kenshin, him and Kenshin are just an insane duo. They can be ran on any team in the game and make them insanely broken. So if you don't have other damage mitigation options, this guy is an insane unit to pick up. For the older units, it kind of sucks that we didn't get like a unit of choice this time around. We did get the Forever Summon, which we'll be talking about that in a second. But out of all the older units, really the only two I would recommend focusing on are Saitama himself, because he's a very good nuker and he can help you farm a lot of stuff since you can go all the way up to 140 luck, and Terrible Tornado since she's a breaker with a ton of break power, as you see here, 10,000 break. Equip wise, I would recommend that you at least get one Terrible Tornado plushie, however many Sonic Katanas you want to run on all of your different human characters, and possibly Genos Vest, and if you got Hero Saitama, Hero Gloves are very good on him. Of course, those are just recommended, not saying that you have to get them. If you haven't farmed the event at all and you're wondering who you should max luck, here is my priority list. Saitama would be number 1, then TT, Genos, and everyone else. The reason why: Saitama is a nuker, he can farm a lot of stuff for you and he can clear stuff very fast. TT is a very strong breaker that you can use in a multitude of content. Genos is very good later on once you start crest farming, and you could just throw this guy on the team for some extra XP. And the only other one that I would max luck if I had some extra time would be Fubuki. If you are brand new and you want to try to get some of this stuff right here, where it's like clear a quest in Summoner's Road, you can click go to it. It may not be up at the current moment. Oh, this one actually is. You can just battle the first stage and the second stage, and then if you can't go any further, just click turn back and you will at least get clear a stage 5 times in Summoner's Road, which will reward you with one of these orbs, which these Summoner's orbs are going to be really crucial for any ascended characters you may pull in the future. Or if you can only do the first one, then just do the first one over and over and over. That's everything when it comes to One Punch Man specifically. However, there's some other stuff that I highly recommend you guys do right now. Dark Z Org is back, and this is very good for anybody that is just starting to play the game, because there are some really good equips from this event. Exceeds X. The true weapon is better. I will say that the true weapon is better if you want to get the true weapon. However, this is going to be just as good. Farm this event, join multiplayer, get these Exceeds X, get 2 or 3 of these things, max LB. This can be thrown on any character in the game that has a magic slot. Evil Death, recommend you get one of these, max leveled and max LB. If you want to, you can get 2 of them, but this is just a really strong 4-star physical damage buffing item. If you're looking to get a luck unit, Sophia is here at the moment. She's here for 6 days. You may not be able to Dream Awaken her unless you get carried in the actual Dream Awakening quest, but you can farm this to get an extra luck unit. Same thing with Gaia. Gaia can be useful in a few different things. We just now got a brand new Attack of quest. Do this, gives you a lot of crystals. And then lastly, if you want to try it, you can try DOT. You don't have to clear this completely, but just going through it, and if you can get to floor 20, great, you get the LB stones. But what I really want you guys to focus on is that if you can get to above floor 19, you get the 5-star tickets. I know 5-star tickets aren't that crazy, but as a brand new player, if you can get 5-star tickets and start picking up random characters from this 5-star ticket pool, this is gonna allow you to do Summoner's Road in the future. Only other thing that I want to mention to y'all is the Forever Summon. We have the Forever Summon right now to the 25th. As you see, I still haven't claimed mine because it seems to be heavily weighted in the favor of One Punch Man characters. So if you are just starting to play the game, I would recommend that you probably prioritize OPM characters, since it seems like like that's what you're going to be getting. Of course, if you luck out and you don't get one of the Saitama characters, some other very big units you should look out for will be this guy here. His name's Haruto. Very strong support unit. Recommend you pick him up if you see him. If this guy pops up, you instantly grab him. Another one that pops up and you instantly grab will be this guy, Emperor Islid. And finally, if you see this guy pop up, very good unit to pick up as well. And if you already have one of the units I showed you, like the Haruto or the Emperor, and you get this guy works perfectly with them. Haruto and Emperor don't work together because they're the same Arch-Gen type, but 12th generation Mizuki will work with either one of them because he's a different Arch-Gen type. The EX quests are currently here for the story. The EX quest is going to be able to give you a bunch of different story equips from past story events. The Shrewd Cloak is worth getting. At least one of these max leveled and max LB'd since it does give you 100% poison res. Shimmering Mantle is a very good 4-star defense items for fire units specifically. If you need a single target Arch-Gen item, you could get this. It works. This is something that I highly recommend you pick up. At least get one of these max leveled and max LB'd. I know it says it reduces demon enemies light res by 25%, and that may not sound too crazy, but this type of debuff works with all other debuffs in the game, and that's very strong because you could have an unconditional light res down and then use this 4-star magic, and if you're fighting a demon boss, you're getting even more light res down since this is a conditional effect. If you want an accuracy equip, the Millennium Arc isn't too bad just to pick up. The Beret isn't too bad either, but it is a first time only 50 arc gauge item. And finally, the last thing that I want to recommend to all you guys will be the Ritual Greaves. This is a AoE Arch-Gen item that has a very long cooldown, but as a free-to-play, this is going to be one of the only AoE Arch-Gen items that you're going to have at your disposal for a very long time. I recommend getting one of these max leveled and max LB'd. By the way, you will be acquiring these tickets as well as you do these EX events, and you can come down here to this right here, the limited return equip summon ticket, and this will give you the exact equips that you can buy from the shop, so it gives you more of a way to actually acquire them. And if I'm not mistaken, okay, it doesn't say here, on JP, whenever you got one of these, they were LB3. I don't know if they're going to be LB3 whenever you get them from this, but if they are, then great, that cuts down your grinding immensely. But ladies and gentlemen, that's it. I hope you're able to get everything you need done before this event leaves. More than likely, once Saitama leaves, he's not coming back for a very long time. So at the bare minimum, at least make sure you farm all of the equips that you want and get your units to max luck if you can. If you enjoyed this video, I recommend check out this video right here. It's not supposed to exist. If that intrigues you, I'll meet you over there to explain. But one more thing before you leave, don't forget to drink water.